Yo, what is up guys, Shinobi here, back again with another video for you guys. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a tier list here, slash, not really a tier list, but you guys got the point. Basically, if you've seen the title of the video, we're going to be going over characters that I think will be showing up in the new Bleach game that is coming out, Bleach Rebirth of Souls. And some of this will be moved around because I think some of these characters could possibly be DLC, and we'll move them around at the end of the video. But based on the list that we got here, these are the characters I feel like are going to be playable at the start of the game, or might end up being DLC, or based on what arc, especially if they do how you release the game, or not release the game, how they release the characters based on how far you get in the game, like most fighting games sometimes do, unless they decide to just release everybody from the start. But we'll have to see. But either way, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Tell me who in the comments, tell me down in the comments who you guys are going to main, who you guys going to play, depending on how if we see any more gameplay, if it's going to be like threes or it's going to be just one-on-ones or whatever like that. Like what teams would you make and whatnot. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into this. So starting with Soul Society arc, or technically not Soul Society, but Karakura Town arc, like the very beginning. Obviously from the main part of the video, we got of course Ichigo, Rukia, Ryu, Chad, Renji possibility, Orihime, and then the other three characters I see, and you need to be moved down. The only other three characters I see being put in the Karakura Town arc is basically possibly Jinta and his sister, who I can't find on this tier list, and maybe Kisuke, though Kisuke might actually show up more in Soul Society or whatnot, but I only say at the very beginning because you see more of him here than anywhere else. So as far as this list goes, this is pretty straightforward. I feel like these would be the characters that you would start out with in the very beginning. Honorable mentions obviously being, of course, and I put them both here, Ishin and Rian, though in my opinion I feel like these two could possibly go down here into the DLC, because you don't really see a lot from them until like midpoint into like Fate Karakura Town. And hell, you could even say with Fate Karakura Town, you could put Ishin here at Reunion. You could put him in 1,000 Year Blood War because he shows up more there than anywhere else. So you could probably move him here or there, or he could be DLC. Like Tokunada, I could see him being DLC just due to the fact that if they decide to put him in the game, which would be fucking awesome, because he's from like the light novels. There you have it. So that's kind of like what we got for Karakura Town arc. Now as for Soul Society, we gotta move some of these guys around, because I feel like based on what we've seen from Soul Society arc, the only characters that should show up are ones that we saw a lot of prominence from, or like Ichigo basically either fought them, or there was like a big main part of the plot. That's how I kind of see it. But even then, that kind of includes everybody here. Like mainly the ones I'd have to say, Toshiro, obviously, Byakuya, you know, White Ichigo because he shows up first there, Yoriichi, Gin, Ikaku would also be another one that'd be showing up a lot more often. Let's see, Toshiro and Rangiku technically should be in the same thing, because they were part of the. It was like a second plot point that was going on. It's like you had Ichigo and them sharing, you know, trying to rescue Rukia, and then you had the second plot point, which was obviously for those of you guys who watched, you know, the main part of Bleach, you know, with Aizen, what he was doing. That's kind of what I go based off of. So, you know, Mayuri obviously fighting Uryu, boom, he's in there. You know, Kanabe, he was over there fighting Kenpachi, boom, that kind of thing. And why is Stark up in here? You should definitely be in Fate Karakura Town. But you guys like get the point, right? So that's kind of what we got going on here. So only characters I can see from this being DLC, or like not in at all at the first part, honestly, I don't know. Like, it really depends, because I could see all of them being here, because they all played somewhat of a role, and you saw them do something. If it wasn't getting their ass beat by Ichigo and the gang, it was them doing investigating or something. Like, I feel like all these, I mean, kind of Shiba, maybe he could be like DLC, I could see, maybe. Who else? I mean, I don't know if she'd be a separate character. I could see her being I could see Yashiro being a separate character away from Kenpachi, but I don't know. I feel like DLC, possibly. And I mean, other than that, the only reason Shinji's here, for those of you guys are wondering, is because technically you do see him in Soul Society, though he'd probably be more in the Wake of Mundo arc or Fate Karakura than anything. But I mean, other than that, moving on down to Wake Mundo, this is pretty much as short as a list as it's gonna get. I mean, all these people basically either were with Ichigo or fought Ichigo at one point in time. Grimjoe obviously is gonna be in there. Ukiura is obviously gonna be in there. And Nelio and her adult form is gonna be in there. Noritora and Kenpachi fought, so boom, they're in there. Shit, Hayuri, I would say either Wake Mundo or Fake Heart Kurtown. Probably more Fake Heart Kurtown, honestly. Yami, you guys arm cut off. You know, I forgot your name, but you got your ass beat by fucking Byakuya. And Lilibaro got his ass beat by Toshiro. So there's that. Then we got, of course, Fake Heart Kurtown, basically all the Visors and what was ever left of the Hollows. And actually, you need Eren Yuro, you need to be put up here because you got beat by Rukia. But Eren Yuro might make an appearance as well. But as far as Fake Heart Kurtown, we basically got everybody in here. So, you know, all the Visors, basically the top 3 of all the freaking Arankar. You know, Haribel, Baragon. You know, where's Aizen? Oh yeah, no, Aizen would already show up in Soul Society arc, but you know, you get the point. Stark. Yumichiga technically should be up here in Soul Society. And I don't think any of these characters will be put in DLC, mainly due to the fact that they all had major fights to do with the Fake Heart Kurtown arc. Fullbring arc pretty short. I don't think these would be DLC, though. There is a possibility that outside of maybe Ginjo, that all these guys could be put in the DLC area. And then you could just have Tsukushima and Ginjo being the main ones, because I don't see them filling up the roster immediately. I really don't, unless they show us otherwise. But based on what I've seen so far, I don't see them showing the whole entire thing up. In fact, actually, technically, Fullbring arc would be part of the DLC, but these would be the characters that would get released if they were to be part of that. In fact, honestly, I should have made anything after Wake Mundo probably just DLC in general, or just Fake Heart Kurtown. I should have made anything after that probably either DLC or an add-on, because that's exactly what's going to happen here. Like, I can see some of these characters making it, not all of them. Like, for instance, with 1000 Year Blood War, obviously all Squad Zero is going to make it. Anybody from the Royal Guard's going to make it, but I don't know. I don't see this guy making it. Even though he was one of Ichigo's first opponents, and usually characters that fight Ichigo will probably get put in the game, I don't see it happening. Guy with the gun, I don't know. Like, once again, this game is like, it has the potential to be like Sparking Zero. It really does. Like, you could potentially add everybody in at once, but I'm just trying to figure out who I think specifically will be put in, like, up to maybe Wake Mundo. Like, this is who I see being up in here when it comes to Wake Mundo, which is why I put Shinji up in here, because I could see him being here. And technically, Tensa, you were in Fake Heart Kurtown, but I could also see you being put as another just new character as DLC. Like, it could get pretty crazy, but I mean, I feel like this looks pretty accurate, and considering that we're going up to Wake Mundo, at least from what I've heard, or maybe even Fake Heart Kurtown, this looks pretty accurate. But that's pretty much about it as far as what we got going on here. I don't think anybody's getting left out, especially in Soul Society arc. Like, everybody has a favorite captain of some sort, so I don't see anybody getting really left out. Even Hanadara, like, even though he's just a healer, there are characters that, if this game has, you know, somewhat of a design like Naruto, where if you play with 3 characters, you could just use him as a healer, or like some form of support. I could see it happening. But I mean, other than that, that's pretty much gonna be it. Pretty short video, but that's kind of what I wanted to like showcase for you guys. Kind of my thoughts on who I think will be put in the start of the game, and then who I think will probably end up being DLC. You guys pretty much got the list right here. But I mean, without further ado, that's pretty much gonna be it. Hope you guys enjoyed. And this is going to be ShinobiEevee signing off. Let me know who you guys think is going to be in the start of the game at first, who you guys are going to be maining, and without further ado, ShinobiEevee signing off.